as Foxy's computer comes back from being frozen. We get the graphic up there. Wait, hey, way to battle back there, boys.
Way to battle, boys.
We're still battling. No, we're still in it right now.
Okay. Good work.
Keep fighting. Well, you're still battling.
As I'm talking there, by the way, there's a full conversation happening about, hey, can't cut cameras, don't have any graphics right now. So I start spinning a whole web, okay, right there that we just
Good
get
web.
into. But it was worthy of conversation, strictly because it feels like we forecasted this was maybe going to happen. Then for it to actually take place the way that it does, that Rams win, yeah, right. After that Caleb play,
yeah,
are you the Williams Wizard, the Iceman? Whatever he does, throwing the ball 55-some yards in the air, fade away, 0 degrees when you need it, in the corner to Cole Kmet, not go for 2.
Yeah,
what was that?
A lot of people upset about a lot of other things going on in that game. I mean, you kick 3 field goals, you win. If you had Chicago Bears plus 4.5, you'd like at least one of those field goals to be attempted so that we can maybe get into the dance here. Ben Johnson and we're back, baby, and we're back in the trouble. Good work, boys. Good work, boys.
Here we are.
And we are all the way back. But the Chicago Bears, after this play, I think they're supposed to win. There's no way the Rams in that place after that game can win. That's the mental toughness, I think, of this squad, and that's their ability. What a special time for the Rams and also the Bears. I think they should be pumped. They're way ahead of schedule, I think, in a build that wasn't supposed to happen this year.
I mean, that was the epitome of what the NFL playoffs are. It's going to come down to a couple plays. You got to deal with the elements. I feel like we saw that with all the games this past weekend, and we all know how real momentum is. So when something like this happens, especially in the home stadium for the Bears, you think it's going to be over. I would have loved to call it when they got the ball. If they go down and score, you got to go for 2 here, especially with Ben Johnson. I believe he said after the game they had struggled in some goal line situations, short yardage situations, so he wasn't comfortable going for it there. And they had an opportunity in overtime, but that's what these games come down to, either making a stop or making a big play on offense. And Cam Curl made an unbelievable interception. There's a ton of great interceptions all across the league this weekend, but this is a great interception. Maybe some miscommunication with Caleb Williams and DJ Moore, but you got to take advantage of those tips and overthrows. You got to have those, and Cam Curl got one here. And then obviously Matt Stafford did what needed to be done to drive down the field and put the thicker kicker in a position to send him to the NFC Championship.
Yeah, shout out to Mevis, by the way, burying the kick. And I don't know what happened to his microphone when he was doing a post-game interview. I appreciate them interviewing him. But he comes from cold weather. He said, I'm used to this type of stuff. You're not used to going to the NFC Championship. I'm very proud of Mevis. Like, legitimately.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I am very proud of him. He kicks the ball very well. He's very comfortable in who he is, and he has shown up in a big way for the Rams on multiple occasions. Ben Johnson has to walk over and shake McVay's hand and the Rams' hands after that battle. AJ, as you're watching that all take place, what are your thoughts as a man who, Packers legend, and I don't know how you felt about the Bears this year.
I mean, honestly, I respect what the Bears have done. I respect Ben Johnson. I think the handshake was a little more cordial than I thought. I thought it might be
there was a lot more respect.
Yeah. Definitely, which they both are football guys. They probably said, hey, this is an all-time battle that people are going to talk about for years. Obviously, in Chicago, it's all down the drain because you lose. But I think, as Pat said, they are ahead of schedule. But this Rams team, imagine what it does for your team to go on the road, cold, windy, snowy. All of a sudden, it looks like, hey, they're a team of destiny, the Chicago Bears, and the Rams still have the fortitude to find a way to win. That's huge. And I think it breeds confidence through that whole roster when you get a win like this on the road.
Yeah, and shout out to McVay. Like, McVay is now almost in that kind of allure of, hey, he's never going to get talked about as Coach of the Year or any of those awards, but he should be up for it probably every year. Like, for them to go into Chicago like that in the weather, in kind of the preparation you probably have to do just to get ready for something like that in LA, nonetheless. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even see this stat, but McVay now has 10 postseason wins at age 39. That is kind of the stuff of legends. You hope he coaches for another 20 years, but just while he's here, it's unbelievable what they're doing.
And that's what people are saying too, is like hoping he would coach forever. Like, this was the whole conversation when the Amazon opening came up, was like he's basically on the John Madden trajectory where it's like he's so good so early, but he clearly just puts everything into football. But I mean, yeah, what else can you say about this guy? It seems like every time in like a big moment, he's not cowering, and those teams typically find a way to win.
And it was a full team win. Obviously, the kick at the end, there was a punt down inside the 5, the offense, the drive at the end, and then the defense came up with multiple turnovers, multiple 4th down stops when the Bears went for it. Like, it was a full team win that they could build on and move forward with.
Yeah, and the Bears ahead of schedule.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
There was no way they were supposed to be this good, this quick with Ben Johnson.
They're very fun, too.
And it feels like afterwards they were all very excited for what they're going to become. You know, it felt like the culture. Listen to Komet talk. I mean, this was his first target of the entire game. Obviously, Stacey Dale's one of the greatest iPhone shots in the history of sports. Stinger. Now they lose, so it won't be shown.
No.
But if they win that game, Stacey Dale's footage is being used in every documentary forever, and probably still will during the entire rebuild during Ben Johnson. I mean, but it's tough. We're not going to be able to really celebrate this play. We were sitting in one of the restaurants that kind of turned into our office. We spent a lot of time at this place at the hotel, and it was all Bears fans in there.
Yep.
And just getting a chance to experience all of that with the Bears fans. The quiet before that play, it was like just a hush in the entire spot. Thought they were screwed, but had seen the situation with Caleb so many times this year. Didn't want to give up hope, kind of gave up hope.
Yeah.
Especially with how it was all kind of going. And then when this happens, I mean, it was an absolute explosion. Shout out to the Chicago Bears fan base. Okay, that was cold, windy, snowy.
Oh, yeah.
That place was loud. That was
all time.
That was a really
Single
cool.
turn on the sideline?
Holding the signs, yeah.
And like that.
Kept dropping the
gimmicks,
signs.
Yeah, it was good. Live graphics, basically.
We did not. Mike Singletary is one of the greatest linebackers in the history of ball.
Yep.
We don't need him doing prop gimmicks on the sideline. Okay. Now, granted, I like that they add him as a part of broadcast.
That's right.
So I'm kind of torn on it all. We look up, we see him. Singletary, good to see him. There you go. Yeah,
Cheer,
look at this
guys.
graphic. He drops one perfectly, nails it. Drops another one perfectly.
That's harder than you think. What if you drop all
So
of
cold.
them?
It's so cold.
Yeah, he nailed it.
He did. He killed it.
But the immediate follow-up was, I don't know if I like that.
The hell is he doing that?
I don't know if I like what they
This
just did
climate?
to Mike Singletary, but I like that they had him a part of it all.
Yeah.
And then immediately afterwards, Caleb had success. It was like, obviously, bringing some juice.